I remember the first time it hit me. I was sitting alone on my couch, staring at my phone, replaying the same messages in my mind. The words didn't change, but my heart kept hoping. Hoping she'd text back, hoping she'd notice I was waiting, hoping she still cared. And then it hit me. Not softly, not gently, but like a wave that pulls the sand from beneath your feet. She doesn't. She doesn't love you anymore. You might be watching this right now and feeling that same weight in your chest. The quiet loneliness, the ache that doesn't leave. You keep telling yourself it's temporary, that she's just distracted, that she'll come back when she realizes what she's losing. But deep down, you already know the truth. Most men can't accept it. They keep replaying the past, giving themselves excuses, blaming circumstances, blaming themselves. But here's the reality. When love fades, no amount of explanation, pleading, or effort can bring it back. This video isn't about bitterness, it's not about anger, it's about clarity. About opening your eyes to what's real so you stop wasting time, energy, and your peace on someone who has already emotionally left. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to finally accept the truth, and more importantly, how to rise from the pain stronger than you've ever been. Point 1. Words without presence. I'll never forget the morning I realized the difference. I had poured my heart into a message, telling her how much I missed her, how much she meant to me. She responded with, "I love you too." Just like that. 3 little words that used to make my chest swell with warmth. But something was off. There was no spark, no urgency in her reply, no reflection of the emotion I felt. Her words were warm, but her presence, cold. Let me speak plainly. Actions speak louder than words. She might still say "I love you," but when her energy is gone, when her attention drifts, those words are just echoes. They're polite reminders of what was, not promises of what remains. Ask yourself, does her presence match her words? Or do you feel an emptiness when she's near, even if she says she cares? That emptiness is the truth she can't or won't articulate. It's time you felt it too. Point 2. The silence of indifference. I remember the nights I would wait for her call, waiting for her voice like it was oxygen. Some nights she'd answer, some nights silence. At first, I blamed myself. I told myself she was busy, tired, stressed. I forgave her absence again and again. But here's the brutal reality. When someone stops caring, their absence is deliberate. The silence isn't peace, it's a choice. Indifference is louder than anger. When love fades, the fight disappears. The arguments stop, the passion stops. You can hear her words, you can feel her voice, but it's the spaces between them, the pauses, the cold replies, the lack of effort, that reveal the truth. She is no longer emotionally invested. Do not mistake calm for love. When indifference replaces engagement, it's a signal, not a phase, not confusion, but departure. Point 3. Time and priorities shift. I remember a Saturday afternoon I had planned to surprise her. I cleared my schedule, I bought flowers, I rehearsed the little speech I'd say to make her smile. I thought she'd be thrilled. I thought she'd make time for me. Instead, she was busy, too busy to see me, too busy to care. And that's when it hit me. Love makes time. When someone truly cares, they make you a priority. When they don't, their time belongs to everything else, friends, hobbies, even distractions they'd otherwise ignore. You are not being unreasonable for needing attention, for needing to be seen. When love leaves, excuses fill the void. Do not compete with her calendar or her phone. Protect your time, protect your presence. If she wanted you, she'd find a way. Point 4. The comparison trap. You might notice her admiring someone else, maybe a friend, maybe someone she works with, maybe a stranger she mentions casually. That admiration isn't harmless conversation. It's her mind creating distance, subtly ranking you against others. I remember feeling crushed when I realized she was comparing me silently, even while smiling at me. It wasn't malice, it was disconnection. And the truth is simple. When someone loves you, you are the standard. When love fades, someone else always becomes the benchmark. Do not compete with comparisons. Do not beg to be seen as the best. Your worth is not measured by her perception of you, but by how you hold yourself in your own life. Point 5. Touch without connection. I remember lying next to her one night, holding her hand, tracing her fingers. Her body was there. Her warmth was there. But her heart was somewhere else. Presence is more than being in the same room. True love shows itself in warmth, energy, and connection. Habit or duty can mimic touch, but it cannot replicate feeling. If you sense that intimacy is mechanical or hollow, accept it. The presence of a body does not equal the presence of a heart. Sometimes the most painful distance is invisible. Point 6. The need for space. She says she needs space. She needs time to find herself. Maybe she is uncertain. Maybe she wants clarity. But let me tell you what that really means. She's already begun to step away emotionally, whether she knows it or not. I remember the nights I stayed awake, hoping the space would end with her coming back. It never did. What I failed to realize is that space isn't neutral. Space is a vacuum, and in a vacuum, feelings drift apart, not together. When someone asks for distance, respect it, but do not fool yourself into thinking that love will automatically return. It may have already left. Point 7. Love doesn't guarantee staying. Here's the hardest truth. Love does not always equal permanence. She may have loved you once. She may still feel warmth for you in moments. But love is tied to feelings, alignment, excitement, and fulfillment. When those fade, the person leaves, sometimes gently, sometimes without explanation. I remember her words. I still care about you. I just can't do this anymore. I wanted to argue, to prove her wrong, to reclaim what I lost. But the truth was staring at me. It wasn't mine to reclaim. It was hers to release. Accepting this is not weakness. It is the first step toward freedom. Point 8. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is not resignation. Acceptance is clarity. Acceptance is seeing the truth without distortion. I remember the day I finally stopped calling, stopped waiting, stopped hoping. I felt a strange mixture of grief and relief. It hurt deeply. But in that moment, I also realized something. My peace, my growth, my future, they were still mine to claim. You must reach that place too. Stop chasing what has walked away. Stop trying to manufacture feelings that no longer exist. Let her go. Accept that she doesn't love you. And then focus on building yourself, your strength, your happiness, your life. Because the man who is whole alone will never feel hollow in anyone's absence. My brother, remember that your self-worth is not dependent on her love. Emotional detachment is not abandonment, it's clarity. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You choose what to carry forward. Every ending is a teacher disguised in heartbreak. Think about the lessons here. How to recognize absence in presence, silence in words, and emptiness in touch. How to stop bending to illusions and start living your truth. So, here's the final truth I want you to hold. She doesn't love you. Accept it. Acceptance is liberation. Acceptance is power. Acceptance is the first step toward the man you were meant to be. Strong, grounded, unshakable. Do not waste another day waiting for her return. Do not waste another ounce of energy trying to prove worth to someone who has emotionally moved on. Instead, look at your reflection. Build your life. Reclaim your confidence. Surround yourself with people and experiences that reinforce your value. The love you deserve is not a chase. It is the natural result of being whole, independent, and unwavering. Pain will linger. That's normal. But with acceptance, grief transforms into fuel. The emptiness she left is the space where your strength grows. Remember, love does not make you. Strength does. Peace does. Clarity does. If this message has opened your eyes, share it with another man who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and commit to rising above heartbreak, stronger than ever. Because letting go is not losing, it is winning yourself back.